Today's reading comes from the book of Luke, chapter 10, verses 25 to 29. On one occasion, a man heard the law stood up to ask Jesus. Teacher, he asked, what must I do to inherit eternal life? What is written in the law? He replied. How do you read it? He answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. You have answered correctly, Jesus replied. Do this and you will live. But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? May the Lord add his blessing to the reading and hearing of his holy word.
You guys notice that sometimes we use phrases without really thinking about what we're saying in that particular phrase. I mean, we know what we're trying to get across to people, but we don't think about the words that we're using. And I guess what I'm talking about are idioms. Do you know what idioms are? It's kind of like sayings that have a deeper meaning than what they actually say on the surface. And a lot of times with idioms, we say these things and people know what we're trying to get them to understand, but they don't have anything to do with the actual words themselves. For example, we might say, oh, I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. So we know that if you use that, you're saying, you've got the truth from the individual instead of trying to hear it from somebody else. But what in the world is that supposed to be? Straight from the horse's mouth. And initially I thought I was talking about Mr. Ed. You guys ever used to watch that? I used to watch that. Hello, Wilbur. It was a fun show back in the day, but it has actually nothing to do with Mr. Ed. Back in the day, when you were considering purchasing a horse, the buyer would want to know the age. You'd want to know the age of the horse. And instead of asking the person who might lie to you, the best way to know that was to look in their mouth. Because when you look in their mouth, you can tell the age of the horse. The person might lie to you, but the horse's mouth is going to tell the truth. Or you might say a saying that says, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Yeah, what in the world is that one supposed to be? It goes along the same lines as the last one. It means that someone gives you a horse as a gift, don't stand there and open its mouth to see how old it is. That's kind of rude. That's like checking out the price tag on the back of a present you just received. So wait until you get home, then you can open its mouth and see how good of a gift it really is. There's a saying that says, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? Yeah, that's self-explanatory and gross. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, don't do that, all right? There's another saying that says, you can kill two birds with one stone. Also self-explanatory and gross. There's a lot of them that are kind of self-explanatory and gross. You know which one isn't self-explanatory? Which you're going to leave here just feeling so much smarter whenever you use this one. Have you ever heard the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag? Yeah? That's like, don't give up the secret, right? Is what you're saying. What in the world does letting a cat out of the bag have to do with giving up the secret? Well, I'm going to tell you. Back in the day, there would be vendors who would sell piglets. And when they were selling piglets, they would put them in a bag, a nice bag for you to take home so that you didn't have to try to carry a squealing pig the whole way, just in a bag that you would take to your house. Well, there were also some unscrupulous, not so honest vendors who would take cats instead because they were easier and cheaper to come by than piglets. They put a cat in the bag, try to sell you this piglet, and hit the road before you opened the bag and realized that it wasn't a piglet that was in the bag, it was a cat. So letting the cat out of the bag would be figuring or giving up the secret that it's not a piglet that's in the bag. Don't you feel so much smarter now just for knowing that? Yeah, some of these idioms are really great, really crazy. And today what I want to talk about something that's very similar, not quite an idiom, but very similar, and that we use words to express a meaning, but sometimes we're missing the actual meaning that's supposed to be found in those words. Let's take a moment to pray. Dear God, we thank you for today, for this time, God. God, just be here with us in spirit. Teach us and help us to apply whatever it is you say to us as individuals. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. I hope that by now, if I were to ask you what the two greatest and most important commands in all of Scripture were, you'd be able to answer me. I guess technically I didn't ask. Hey guys, what are the two most important commands in all of Scripture? Love your neighbor, yes. Because I know that's the sermon sermon you actually listen to. It's the children's sermon. That's why I always try to put important stuff in there. If you look for the comment of love your neighbor, the concept of love your neighbor, you will find it 8 times in the New Testament, which is pretty impressive. I mean, it is repeated over and over and over again. And in this section of scripture that we find ourselves in, I find this to be a kind of neat story, and especially when it comes in regards to loving your neighbor, because this command in this section of scripture, it's not even technically given by Jesus. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but Jesus was the one that he had a question, he turned back a question, and the answer didn't come from Christ himself. It came from this teacher of the law. So a guy comes up to Jesus and he's trying to test Jesus to see if he understands the scripture correctly. He's like, teacher, what do I have to do to inherit eternal life? And Jesus is like, I don't know. What does the Bible say? What do you think? And the guy's like, well, I gotta love God and love my neighbor. And Jesus says, we hit the nail on the head. Go to it. Now, we didn't cover what happens after here, because right after here, the guy tries to turn back on Jesus, and he's like, well, who is my neighbor? And then we get to a story that I've told you multiple times, the story of the Good Samaritan. And that's where how Jesus explains to him that your neighbor, it's everybody, even the people that you don't necessarily like. That's who we're supposed to be loving, all of them. But I found it so interesting that this Old Testament teacher is the one that says the two important things in the Bible are to love God and love your neighbor. And what I find so great about that is because I think a lot of times we feel like this Bible, even though the two of them are packaged together, we should just be able to buy one book and the other book because they're separate. You got Old Testament, you got the new, updated version of the Bible. That's the one that we go by. The old one kind of tells history, but this is the one that gives us words to live by. But you can see during situations like this, they're one big book, guys. Because it's old and new, which I don't even think we should call it old and new. The old is what happened before Christ. The new is with Christ being introduced, before Christ, with Christ. Maybe we can name it that. But the point is that there is no old without the new, and there is no new without the old. And in these situations, we get to see, you can go back, and if you're looking for it, you can learn everything back there that we find in the New Testament. Like, love God and love your neighbor. And you heard me talk to the kids about that. The reason that is such an important command is you look at the 10 Commandments and you say, okay, we can break those down. If you love God, guess what? You just obeyed the first 4 commandments. And if you love your neighbor, guess what? You just obeyed the last 10 commandments. Every command that is found in Scripture falls under those 2 things. And if we were to spend our time working on love, everything else would fall into place. Love God. Love your neighbor. But this is the thing, guys. This is one of those, it's not an idiom, but one of those sayings that we're not really getting what's supposed to be there. Love God, love your neighbor. Okay, I got it. Yeah, there's a hidden element to it. A part that we just kind of skim right over. Listen to the verses one more time. I'll read you the verses and feel it. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind. That's some serious love, guys. That's not like I love ice cream. That's like I love. I mean, that's a lot of love. Okay, so love God with everything you've got. I got it. Second half of it, love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor. Not just love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. What? Love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah. You ever stop for a minute to think about that saying? Love your neighbor as yourself. Because I told you about learning some of these great sayings, like the idiom. You ever heard the idiom, you got a chip on your shoulder? You ever heard that? Yeah? What is that supposed to mean? Well, let me tell you, back in the day, if you were in a bad mood and you just didn't want anybody to mess with you, and if they did, you guys were going to be going at it, you were going to be fighting, you would walk around and you'd put a little block of wood on your shoulder. And if anybody was having that same sort of day, and they thought, oh yeah, this would be a good time to get some of my aggressions out, you would knock the chip off the shoulder, and then the two of you would immediately start fighting. So, you've got a chip on your shoulder is saying, I'm ready to go, ready to battle, so if you want this, come and get some. Yeah. You ever say close but no cigar? Do you know what that one is? Back in the day, when you would go to a festival or carnivals, they didn't give out stuffed animals. What did they give out? Yeah, cigars. They gave out cigars. That was the prize. You see like all these 6-year-olds walking around smoking a stogie, and just don't need no stuff down. I got my cigar. So if you say close, but no cigar, it means you almost won the game, but you didn't quite get it, so you don't get your prize of a cigar. Anyway, back to the real one. Love your neighbor as yourself. It might not be an idiom, but it doesn't have that same mysterious origin, but it definitely has words behind it that we tend to miss. It's not just love your neighbor. It is love your neighbor as yourself. You're supposed to love the people around you, everyone in this world, with the same love that you give to yourself. But that brings about a whole new set of problems, doesn't it? Why? Well, to be frank, we are not good at loving ourselves. We are not. We are not good at loving ourselves. I mean, think about it for a second, guys. Who is your biggest critic? You are. Who is the most disappointed in you when you do something wrong? You are. Who thinks you're overweight? You do. Who thinks you're not pretty or handsome? Have you again. Who underestimates how much you're worth? You start to get the picture? Because it's you. It's you. It's me. We are our own biggest critics. We can offer forgiveness to everybody else in the world, but when we do something wrong, we carry that around with us for the rest of our days. For the rest of our days, because that's how we love ourselves. And if we took this kind of love, the love that says love your neighbor as you love yourself, if we took that and transferred that onto other people, I'm not sure that Jesus would have ever made that statement that said love others as you love yourself. Because we're not good at loving ourselves. And if we love them like we love us, then we would be hypercritical of them all the time. We would only notice their flaws. We would be constantly disappointed. We would never see their true potential. They would never be good enough for us. They would never be forgiven of what they have done to us. Why would we do that? Because that's the love that we love ourselves with. You guys know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Think about it for a minute. Do you feel like you're good at loving yourself? How good are you at seeing yourself in God's eyes? Is that how you see yourself? I haven't met anyone that is good at that. Are you good at being appreciative of who God created you to be? I can't tell you how many times I wish people could see themselves through my eyes, just through my eyes. I find my wife, I joke around about her a lot. But I wish she could see her eyes there. She's the most amazing person I've ever met. Absolutely, hands down. Because of who she is, I am who I am. And I do my best sometimes to make her see herself like I see her. On good days, I think I do. On bad days, not so much. And it's not even just my wife that I wish that for. I just wish that you people could see how special God made you. I wish you could see how lucky and blessed those around you feel to have you in their lives. I wish that I could somehow help you to see within yourself, to see the beautiful creation that God has formed you to be. Love your neighbor as yourself. Well, in order to do that, guess what? You gotta love yourself first. You gotta love yourself first, or you can't pass that love along. And what does that mean? Does that mean we're all going to walk out this door with giant heads? Thank you. We can swing both of them open because we're not going to fit. If not, does that mean we're going to turn our nose up at everybody else as we're going down the street? Oh, look at me, everyone, I'm amazing. Is that how we live our lives? Just, with swelled egos? No. But at the same time, that's wrong. Yeah, but you don't just shoot the whole way to the other end just to prove that you're not up there. That's not it. We've got to land in the middle somehow. Because in an effort to not be prideful, you don't have to go to a place where you have no pride. That's not what God asked you to do. Loving yourself means that you see you how God sees you. It means that you see yourself as a work in progress, but a beautiful work in progress. It means you see yourself as somebody who has a long way to go, sure. But you see yourself as somebody who has also come so far. Yeah, you see the bad qualities that could use some fixing. 'em. But you also see the good ones that make you special. Loving yourself means that you praise God. Why? Because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Folks, if you want to follow Jesus' command to love your neighbor as yourself, guess what? You gotta first love yourself. You've got to. You've been beating yourself up long enough. It's time to put that stick away. You are an amazing person, and everyone else can see it. Don't you think it's about time that you open your eyes to what others have done for so long? Love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Let's get to loving, folks. But let's start with that one person that we've been criticizing for way too long. Okay? Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for your words, even those words that we sometimes blow by without getting the meaning. God, we thank you for these commands. They are so simple, yet so complex. God, we do love you with all our hearts, with all our souls, with all our minds, with all our strength. And we truly love our neighbors. And we ask you to help us. Just help us love ourselves. We pray this in Jesus'